So in the middle of the month, you've got Eight of Wands in reverse followed by Ace of Wands in reverse. What this tells me is that you're narrowing down something that leads you to a new beginning. You don't have all the information yet. You don't have the answer that you need to proceed forward yet. This is blocked communication often, Eight of Wands in reverse. In the upright position, it means getting information, getting news, getting communication, things happening rapidly, just waiting on that last puzzle piece, things being 80 to 90% lined up, things happening swiftly. Or sort of like the pot of water is finally boiling or just about to boil. But with this in the reverse position, it's saying that I'm almost getting for some of you that things are unraveling, or that you just don't, it's not 80 to 90% up. It's still in development. You're still waiting for that last piece of information, that last puzzle piece, some more information or communications that may be in delay before you can proceed forward. And that's why this Ace of Wands may be in reverse as well, is that there is some delay in the new beginning coming in. But once this gets narrowed down, once decisions are made, you get clarity on this. And this is Ace of Wands. It's a passionate new beginning. This is the image of the runner in the race who has the baton, who's running forward with energy and vitality and fire. And because it's an ace, it's always a new beginning. It's also like the parade leader, the person who's twirling the baton at the opening of the parade, signaling new action, new life, new celebration. So there's something that is coming in that's taking you forward, Libra, in the middle of the month, but it may be in delay until you get the needed information, or you sort of make the decisions, whittle it. You may have many options that you're whittling down to one option that you take action on. So what I'm really getting with these three cards, in fact, even considering this one, is it's worth the time. All of these are fire cards, which represent action, passion, energy, vitality, desire. What I'm really getting with this is that it's worth the time to spend thinking about things, to make choices, to receive all the information that's needed, to create the blueprints, do things according to planned action, rather than hasty action, doing things just to knock it out and get it done. Fire in all directions, uncontained fire energy is what Knight of Wands is, and this is unbridled, things just going in all directions, communication, coming and going. I really get the sense that narrowing your focus, getting clear about what you desire to create, getting clear about what you want your results to be, will really enable you to run forward, to make that decision, receive the information that you need, the news, get things to a point where they're ready to take off, and then run with it. So really, at the beginning of November, Libra, whatever it is that you're involved with, take the time to think it through and think about what your results are going to be based upon your actions before taking any action, and then just run with it. Wait until you get that last piece of information, and then it's time to go. So middle of the month is going to be a really great time to begin that new project, but you need to clear out any of that fear, resistance, doubt, lack. Some of you, I'm getting this river image. When you come down to the end of the river, whatever that might mean for some of you, that will be the time to take action. The Hierophant also is showing up for you middle of the month. So this too is saying, do things in a way that considers the group. Do things in a way, interestingly enough, you have Hierophant in the upright position and Emperor in the reverse. So both of these are about authority. Traditionally, Hierophant does have to do with doing things in a conventional way, in a traditional way, according to the rules. Both of these have rules, but the difference is that this one is concerned with the benefit of the group. Emperor is about structure and order and foundation and rules as well, but he's really just interested in his empire. He's really interested in what are the laws, How do things stay in order? Systems building, him being in charge, his word is law. Whereas Hierophant is interested in spiritual matters. He's interested in what benefits the group. You can see his hand is pointing up here. So what benefits the group? What is the higher, elevated application of this law? I kind of am seeing a difference between Emperor is like the letter of the law, and Hierophant is like the spirit of the law. So use those energies. This may be like a boss who is strong-headed and dominant, and this is saying, do things conventionally, and do things fairly, and with the thought of the group in mind, and that will get you some nice results regarding, success in terms of this project. That's also what will turn around Empress here. This may be a power couple that is trying to dominate and control a situation, or this may be a long-standing couple. Empress and Emperor are a natural couple. So what is turning them in reverse is potentially taking action before things are formulated. So again, really, Libra, take your time in dreaming what you want your results to be. Do things in a conventional, practical, traditional sort of way, and that may enable the result of what you're working on to allow for this couple to come together. Otherwise, there may be friction there. There may be that this person's trying to dominate and control, or this person's trying to call the shots, or just like throw action at something without planning it through. A traditional, conventional approach is going to help you here, but only not in an Emperor sort of way, not in a dominating by the letter of the law kind of way, but more in like the spirit of the law. This is also the marriage card. So I'm really seeing for some of you, if the woman's feeling upside down and the man is feeling upside down, or the two parties are feeling upside down, you really need to work on it. Some of you may be working on your marriage this month. Hierophant's in the upright position, and he shows access to spiritual secrets. This could be like something that you're working on in terms of your marriage. Potentially a home-based business, and you're not seeing eye to eye with your partner about how it goes or how it takes off. Plan it together before taking action or implementing something. There's real success here with Hierophant in the upright position, but neither of these partners can claim control. They have to work on it together. He's balanced. There's two keys to unlock this lock. And there's some really nice, beautiful, there's a cathedral full of light and reward that can be worked on. The first half of November can really be working on your marriage, if you're in a marriage, or working towards something that's a partnership that helps bring the partners from being upside down into balance. So you may need to call upon a counselor, a third-party counselor, because this is 3 energy. This is the high priest, to bring about order and peace. Hierophant is also working in with this 3 energy, bringing that third party in, maybe an interlocutor, a counselor, a referee, a therapist, someone who stands in the middle before action is taken and helps develop this plan, this spiritual plan, by the way, to help bring these 2 back into order. Then I also see change is happening, but some of you may be resisting it or worried about it. This is wheel in reverse. And this is, when wheel is in the upright position, it's saying that you allow things to unfold naturally. You allow things to take their course. You allow time to take its course naturally and turn the tables of time in a even, natural way. When it's in reverse, it's saying that something's in delay or it's taking longer than you expect. That's also echoed by 8 of Wands in reverse and Knight of Wands in reverse. There's something, all 3 of these say something is taking longer than you think it will. It's in delay. You don't have all the information yet. So really proceed. I'm not going to say so much proceed with caution, because there's really not that much to be worried about as much as you think there might be. I'm just going to say proceed with patience. Allow things to come naturally. Allow the right time to begin. You know, don't force a beginning. Don't force this new passion. Allow it to arise after you make the deliberations, after you receive all the information. And try not to force something to happen faster than it will, or to delay something. When it's in reverse, it says you want things to happen faster or slower than they are. Try to let it happen at its normal, natural pace. Things will be changing here towards the end of the month. And I really get Libra around this new moon. You know, here she's sitting on this new moon. And here's this new moon again. Around this new moon on November 18th, something's going to change. Change will be in effect. So allow it to be in effect. Don't work against it. Don't swim upstream. Even if you have thoughts of stress, anxiety, deliberation, feeling like you can't trust something, or indecision where you just want to check out, allow the change to happen naturally. This means, Nine of Swords just means getting overly wrapped up in your head, splitting hairs, creating problems where there's not. The opportunity with this card is to just be at peace and recognize that you're in a safe place, that it's okay for things to change just as they do. In the Rider-Waite even, this card shows a woman in bed holding her head in her hands. And she's at home. She's safe. But it's her mind that's driving her crazy. So my advice to you is towards the end of the month, allow this change that's happening around the new moon. You know, it's really that it's happening in your second house, so it really may be about practical matters, finances, assets, things you own, drawing things to you that you want to have. But don't sweat it too much, Libra. You can kind of do this a little bit. Two of Swords, because this is air energy, which is what Librans are guided and ruled by. And this means indecision, like not knowing whether to go left or right, and therefore checking out. And this means collecting insights from past battles. When I see this card, I sometimes call this card picking up the pieces. This means learning from the past. So it means a lot of different things, but that's what I'm getting for it, for you here in this reading. Make sure that you don't leave these insights, these ideas, beliefs, you know, I'm just getting insights out on the battlefield from past conflicts. Make sure that you collect those pieces of wisdom and those insights from old battles. It's really going to help you with calming your mind and not creating more thoughts about things than there are. It's going to help you with going forward instead of saying, oh, I'm just stuck here forever. This is how it's always going to be. I don't even know which way to go because I can't choose a way forward. Allow time to move it forward for you, Libra. It's almost like surrender to what is actually happening, even if it's in delay, even if it's not going as fast as you want it to go. Try not to overthink it and really receive help in making a plan. That's really going to serve you this month. And set intentions. Based upon insights that you've gotten from the past, you can, around that new moon in November 18th, you can really set intentions about what you want to draw to you over the course of this next year, and especially over the course of the next 6 months. You have Jupiter sitting there in your second house, wanting to rain down blessings, wanting to expand things for you. So take advantage of that. It may not all happen at once, but try not to get too wrapped up in your head. Try to allow things to evolve as they will. And there is a wonderful new beginning here in the middle of the month. If you receive help from like a spiritual counselor, spiritual guide, they can even plant this idea. This is, you know, fire is spiritual energy too. So you may get some sort of spiritual revelation that takes you forward in the middle of the month. If you receive help, make a plan, work on something collaboratively, like with you and your partner or as a group, and you can turn this around. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be going forward together.